Alright, hey everybody, and welcome back to more of Fallout New Vegas Honest Hearts. I'm not quite sure what we did in the last episode, but we are going to continue gathering up the items necessary for um, making a planned escape out of Zion. I believe last episode we got the last one. No, okay, so we still need to head over to the ranger store and grab one more item. Let's just go ahead and see what that is, so we're not lost in the dark. Yeah, okay, the little scout lunch boxes. If I remember correctly, these lunch boxes are, like, really tricky. Like, they made them tricky to find for whatever reason. I'm not 100% sure as to if they did or not. I just remember the last time playing this on console, they were actually really difficult for me to find. I'm not sure if that's out of my own incompetence or they did it on purpose. Just another thing about Zion, it's just, oh god, the beautiful stars in the sky. Like, they really, like, since there is no, like, major lights around here, that's a really smart, plan for that. What the, who is he attacking? But since there's no light pollution in the sky, this is actually how the sky should look over Zion. And that was a really close scientific attention to detail right there. Oh, it's a Yaogwai. So, before this episode, you may notice last time I had, like, a crippled arm.
Give away all their money just to watch someone flip paper squares on a table.
Oh, he's criticizing New Vegas. If you listen, he'll ask you, why is, you jingle when you walk? Why do you have all those caps? I think you have to have a certain number of caps on you, though, somewhere around 10,000. Which is, I mean, if you really think about the bottle cap system in this game, the size of a bottle cap, that equates to, like, how big your character is. You should not be able to carry that many bottle caps. Like, it's ridiculous. Then again, you shouldn't be able to carry a walking fucking arsenal on you at all times either, but I suppose that's what hardcore mode is for. Which, still, even in hardcore mode, like, you don't get weighed down by caps. Which, I get it, that would be really annoying. For every cap you had, you would have to have a certain weight limit to it. If they really wanted to make survival mode more realistic, it would have been, I wouldn't say as different as it is now, but a few more attentive things, like a backpack system, maybe. Not like a different kind of Pip-Boy. I'm just saying a backpack system. Like making a backpack and using that to store stuff in. Okay, so who's the friendly dude over here? Who's the
Whoa! Here we go.
This guy really gets pumped up for just like the littlest shit, like wild dog. Oh my god, here we go. Let's do this. Let's fuck that dog. I'm gonna fuck that dog. Alright, so we made it to the general store. Yet another place marked by the dead horses as unsacred.
Gotcha.
God damn it, move. Zion manti are ridiculous. Yep, alright, I was right. This is where they really make it annoying to... Was that the mole rat? Oh, okay, there is something back there. I was right, it was a mole rat.
Salt upon wounds butchered everyone in New Canaan and nailed their corpses to the cliffs.
Okay, so in here you'll find the Zion National Park. Collection has been added to Lucky 38, and you instantly get 2,000 bottle caps, since the probability of Mr. House being dead now or not is iffy. Like, sure, you could turn it into him at this point, but really, why would you? So yeah, I was right. They do kind of make these lunchboxes a game of hide and seek. Mostly them hiding and you seeking. I did pick up 2 on the counter over there. Yeah. So they do put them in really obscure locations, but for the most part, they're pretty easy to find. This one probably took me the most time. The first time I played through. And I think one's in this desk, which should be no problem to get open, since lockpicking for me just kind of comes naturally. That should be everything, right? Yep, retrieve 5 little scout lunchboxes. I don't know what they would need lunchboxes for, but I don't know. I didn't really ask. So, next up, we need to find Zion Ranger Station kit. Alright, so the Ranger Station. Is it just right there? That seems really odd. Like, I mean, it's super convenient for us, but still, it's just odd. That's neat, though. Like a little hanging overpass. Oh, thank God. The Cazador killed the Yaogwai. Recently, I found out that Cazadors are real. Like, not huge ones like that. Everything in this game has been mutated to an extent. Like, giant scorpions, they weren't always this big. I mean, there may be some that are that big, but I doubt they're anywhere in known human territory. This is kind of cute, though. Like, they got the 3 teddy bears. I feel like that's a reference to something that I'm just not getting. Alright, so here we find the medical kit. If you have a medicine grader, you can actually do a lot of stuff, like replace the contaminated components, sterilize the kit with alcohol, replace the contaminated components, sterilize the kit with alcohol, requires one, oh, whoops, salvage without replacements. Medical supply kit added, so that should be everything. Now that we've gotten everything for the departure of Zion, we'll just, oh, we need to head to the Sorrows camp now.
Why do you carry all those bottle caps anyway? They jangle like crazy.
There it goes. Yeah, see. Anyway, back to the Cazador thing. Cazadors are real, and they're much tinier, but they do have one very interesting venom that has been marked in scientific research as the equivalent of having your blood replaced by fire, is how painful it is. Cazadors, though, are based upon a hawk wasp, or a walk wasp. I don't know, I'm Dr. Seussing out over here. They do actually move like this in real life, too. So, the attention to detail for the Cazadors is very interesting. The fact that the poison does so much damage. And just everything about Cazadors. And I really noticed that when I found that there was the very large comparison. I mean, I got that there were, your senses are, oh. I got that everything in this game is a reference to a creature in real life. It's just, you know, it's interesting to know that one of the more annoying ones is actually a legitimate reference to something in real life. Alright, so this should be pretty useless in here. You don't really find very many good things around Zion. Most of the stuff you do find that has really any use at all is through quests and at the very end of the game, or this DLC pack. You'll see what I mean when we get to the end of the DLC pack. It's kind of interesting. I mean, this is always nice to find, like, these little scrap bits, especially if you like just exploring. Which, it makes sense. You wouldn't expect this to be a place of, like, bottle cap wealth, because, I mean, the Sorrows aren't allowed there. No one else in the Waste uses bottle caps. Even though you would think New Vegas would use, like, traditional pre-war money system, because, I mean, unless a courier came across the entire Waste and it was all just a unified, yes, bottle cap system works. That's one of the things I've never really, what the hell? What was that? Anyway, that was one of the things I really never understood about the Fallout series. It's like, why does everyone agree that bottle caps is a good form of money? What's wrong with paper money? And I suppose that's what the NCR is trying to get back to with the whole paper money thing. And if so, that's a fantastically smart reference. Otherwise, it's just, I don't know, it's always kind of...
What did you call them? Walkie-talkies? Those are going to be loads better than signal drums and smoke signs.
Yeah, see, it's interesting to hear his comments for the most part. Although he does talk enough to try and keep you entertained, because I don't think there are any good radio stations out here. Yeah, it's just as Sierra de Madre and Mysterious. So now we meet the... What the hell? Was that a white leg? What the fuck was a white leg doing here? Anyway, so here we have the tomahawk. It's basically just another thrown weapon. Nothing really special.
The Narrows up ahead. That's the Sorrows territory. They're peaceful enough, but you don't want to make them mad.
I don't see the point in not making them mad. Once again, the hollow log is kind of just for people on hardcore mode. And if you're on hardcore mode, why the fuck are you playing DLC? Like, DLC is for enjoyment, not trying to goddamn survive. I don't know, it was interesting to begin with. Let's go ahead and just talk to this girl down here.
You are the one Joshua Graham sent to us. Blessings of the Father in the cave on you. Daniel is waiting for you.
I like your bear glove. Where can I get one?
Asaro's Yaoguai fist is a sacred symbol. It shows that we belong to the tribe and have willingly undertaken a dangerous quest to aid the tribe. Each Soro makes his own, and only after hunting and slaying a Yaoguai that threatened our people. Our shaman, Whitebird, oversees the rites. Perhaps if you spoke to him, he would allow you to undertake such a quest.
So this is where we start to get into side quest in Zion once we meet up with the Sorrows. What's your deal?
Waking Cloud is my name. I am midwife to the Sorrows. It sounds ill-omened, no? Midwife to Sorrows?
Midwife. I haven't seen any children around.
The children and the old have already been evacuated from the camp. They are safe enough, unless the Whitelegs come for us in force.
What do you do when you're not delivering babies?
I tend to other hurts and sicknesses that afflict our tribe. I also scout the valley for the herbs I use in my medicines.
Let's talk about something
What
else.
would you speak of?
Give me some information on this Daniel. Who is he?
Daniel is a wise man and a great friend to the Sorrows. He taught me to speak the language of New Canaan, the English from the holy books.
Holy books?
Yes, the language of the New Canaanites is the holy tongue, for it is the language their sacred books are written in. The Father in the caves brought it to them after the judgment, but the ancestors of the Sorrows sinned against him. They were denied the true tongue.
Have you known him long?
6 years. He attended the birth of my third child. It was a hard birth. The river nearly carried my water to the Father, and my child's with it. Daniel knew the ways of New Canaan's medicine. He stepped in and saved both of our lives. After the birth, I asked Daniel if he would teach me what he knew of childbirth. He agreed, and so here I am.
Does she have eyeliner? I swear to God, it looks like she has eyeliner on. Alright, so that's basically everything you need to know. Walking Cloud will become a follower later on, almost as soon as you get done talking to Daniel. This is where we really start to get into the meat of the game, or the meat of this DLC. The Sorrows camp is kind of intricate and difficult to navigate around, but it's easy enough to find your way most of the time. Right here you have a nice little waterfall. It's all pixelated. This is on high too, so that should look a lot better than it does, even though it's a nice touch. The mist can be misleading because you can see, like, that would look like just a flat wall and it would end there, but it doesn't. Almost all of the women, like, wear... Oh, okay, I thought that was a woman for a second. That would have been weird. Okay, so now we go to meet Daniel, who is the other driving force in this game. Basically, picking sides. Daniel is your other side, and Joshua is your other side.
The dead horse has told me details about the attack on your caravan. A stranger's sympathy might not count for much, but for what it's worth, I'm sorry. The Sorrows will mourn your friends too. They mourn everyone, even the Whitelegs. They have sensitive souls. Innocent, if there is such a thing. In spite of what's happened, I hope that Joshua and I can help you out of here. But to be frank, we need your help too.
Joshua told me you needed a few things. I think this is everything.
Well, I'll be. I was starting to lose hope we'd be able to get any of this, much less all of it. Tribals are smart, but, well, they're ignorant. Letting go of a taboo is difficult for them. So I knew it would have to be one of us. Turns out all it took was a Gentile, or No offense. These supplies are a godsend. But if we're going to evacuate Zion without drawing more White Leg attention, I need you to go back into the valley. Specifically, I need you to scout out some locations for White Legs and try to recover a map of Grand Staircase, a wilderness area to the east. There's also the matter of the roads. We're going to be heading out of the east side of the park, but I'm not sure the way is clear.
Anything you need to help, I'll do what I can.
I appreciate the enthusiasm. There aren't a lot of people in the wasteland with kindness to spare for anyone who isn't kin. Since you've been poking around the valley, you might see more activity from the Whitelegs. One of the Sorrow's hunters, Waking Cloud, has volunteered to help guide you through the valley. She has a special talent for staying out of sight. After this, it's just a matter of getting everyone out of here safe and sound. And hopefully you can head back to the Mojave without any more trouble.
Explosives are always handy. Daniel has given you some pre-war mining explosives and special detonators for them. They aren't useful as weapons, but you can use them to collapse certain caves if that provides necessary in your exploration. Cool, so...
Well, here we part ways. I'm needed back at the Dead Horses camp. Maybe I'll see you there sometime.
Just when I get a useful minion. My regards to Joshua, then.
I will. Good gunning, Akis.
Follow Chalk has returned to the Dead Horse camp. You lost Follow Chalk and yep. So, that's kind of how this works, is it keeps the followers fresh by forcibly giving you new ones. So now you see here we have a bunch of different quests. I think I'm going to end the video off here, and next time we will do the Rite of Passage. Alright, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.